Hello there friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and I am back with another process video using my February How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, which if you guys didn't know is actually my guest design kit for Wild Hare kits this month. I'm so glad to be guest designing with them this month, and if you guys have not checked out all my layouts from this month, a majority of them do use this kit, and as you can tell, I am dwindling on these scraps here, but I do manage to pull together a page of some adorable cat photos. Now you guys have been asking for more cat layouts. There's a lot of cat lovers here, and I think that's a commonality among scrapbookers, is that we tend to be pet lovers as well. So here I have two photos of my cat. She was just looking real cute in bed, and I have one main 12-inch long pattern paper, which is that pink striped there, and I leave the border on there, so that's a nice polka dot there at the bottom, and then I pair that with the camera border strip from Heidi Swap paper, and then here I'm pulling in this one, which is the blue mountain paper as I call it, and I just adored all these papers so much, and I'm so glad that I was able to even stretch them a little bit further to make this page. So even just now using that one scrap of the blue paper, I was able to create a visual triangle right off the bat. So now I have three elements of navy right there, and actually one beneath the photo as well with that other border strip. And I'm even taking the little cutouts from those fishtails I just created and using them as corner pieces. Now this is an extreme scrap your scraps layout because I don't normally go this hard for a kit. Most of my kits are far too large for me to actually work with my actually work with my scraps. And now that I'm really officially out of 12 by 12 pieces, and I do have a couple more layouts I want to create this month, I think I'm just going to focus on using the embellishments with other things in my stash, because if you guys don't know, the Wild Hare kits are amazing in that they match so beautifully, but they also match well outside of the actual kit you're working with. So I'm really excited to use some of these on some non-kitted materials to see how much I can stretch them here or there. And it's a great value for a kit. If you guys are looking, I'll have them linked down below. I thought the background was looking quite plain. Obviously, it was just some white cardstock. So I pulled out my Spun Sugar Distress Paint, and this is like the only pink I have in terms of mixed media products, and baby pink. I think I have a couple like hot pink colors, but I really wanted that baby pink that was evident in the mountain pattern with those pink chevrons, and then the striped paper, of course, had that baby pink in it as well. And to be honest, once it does dry, it is not an exact match. It kind of looks a little bit funny, but it works no matter what. It's, in the same family. They're definitely still warm pinks, so I think it works out well. Here I'm just using a paintbrush to rub off the cat hairs that managed to stick onto this layout. And now I'm using my mini Distress Ink Cube in Spun Sugar to add some more little droplets. So instead of having to, get a brush out, wet some paint on it, and flick it on there, I can use the stamp that I just picked up in a haul video. If you guys have not seen that, I'll have it linked down below. And I use that from my stash, just a wooden stamp. I mean, when's the last time you guys used a wooden stamp? It's been a while for me. Maybe, actually, I did use one in January for a card. It was a Happy New Year sentiment, and I only had a wooden version, so that came in handy. But it's been a while since I've used one, so I'm really glad to be using one, and getting those kind of long-lasting tools another use and put onto another layout. So here I start looking at some of the other elements I could include on this. So since I brought in that Bramble and Fox acrylic piece from my kit that says hello for my title, I figured I should bring in some brighter pinks as well via the accents. So here you'll see I have a little heart that matches, and there's also some mint hearts. Right now, the layout only has pretty much two colors. We have this navy and we have this pink, but I will make that a little bit more diverse later on because I felt like I was putting myself into too small of a color frame bracket and, just like painting myself into a corner of options that were so limited and just weren't working for me. And I think sometimes we often get so, gung-ho about a certain color scheme or a certain set of things that we don't feel like we can jump outside the box and use a different type. But trust me, you can. I promise you can, and you'll see me do that on this layout. So here you might notice I have a brand new fine line bottle because I am using my new art glitter glue, and I love it so far. So Sam bought me a new bottle. We went to Hobby Lobby after Valentine's Day, and I got that and a couple other things at some craft stores. So that was my Valentine's Day gift, was a new fine line bottle and a couple other scrappy goodies. But I'm really trying not to buy too much. In general, and life in general, I'm trying to save my money. We don't need more things, and just using what I have and focusing on that. So here I actually don't end up putting anything under my photos, so my photos aren't matted on this particular layout. And generally I like to mat my photos if I have papers that will work for it, because it uses up cardstock and it also frames the photos so beautifully. It gives them essentially a drop shadow without having to have the actual dimension there. So I highly recommend always matting your photos. I could have done some white mats here if I really wanted to, but I was trying to stick to my guns here and just use what I had. So I do pull in those phrase stickers from Pink Fresh Studio, which are so adorable. I love the watercolor feel to them because they now match the mixed media background. And guys, it's also been a while since I've done mixed media, and I hope to bring more of that, more of stamping, more tools, more everything to my channel this year. And I have some big plans, some big changes coming in terms of we're starting a new series in March, and you guys are going to love it. And I think that you guys aren't even ready for what's going to come, but hopefully I'm not hyping it up too much. Here's where I decided to pull in those other colors. So as I went through my embellishments, specifically the Paige Evans Truly Grateful collection, I realized there were a lot of mints and purples I still hadn't used that I really loved and thought would accent this page beautifully. So I ended up bringing in this little stamps. It's like a little die cut stamp that says adore, has some flowers. I have these flowers that match those flowers, same purples. But it really ends up working super well, and like I said, I will end up bringing in some more mint via those Bramble Fox acrylic pieces. Here's the hot pink one, and again the title, and I'm using my ThermoWeb adhesive dots to adhere that down. And I recently became a ThermoWeb affiliate, so if you guys are interested in shopping any of their products, I would appreciate if you went through my link so I can get a portion of the sale at no additional cost to you. And again, I did some Instagram stories lately to ask you guys what you've wanted to see and what you want back and what do you want to hear about. And you guys said you wanted the crafty sales post back, and I'm happy to announce it is back. You guys can check that out. I'll have it linked down below. It's actually always linked down below in my favorite crafty stores section of my description box. And essentially I update that as often as possible, usually once a day if possible, to show you guys what crafty sales are on the internet. And it's not only another revenue source for me in terms of affiliate links and, you know, helping you guys find the best things, but it also works in the fact that you guys get deals too. And while it might hurt my bank account to curate all the deals, I hope it helps you guys find the things that you want at a great deal, because I'm a frugal crafter and I know a lot of you are too. We're working on tight budgets or tight crafty spending freezes this year, so don't tempt yourself if you don't need it, but highly recommend checking that out if you are interested in a good deal. So you can kind of see this layout flew together pretty quickly once I decided to bring in those other colors. Then I was able to find puffy stickers that matched, enamel dots that worked well, and here I'm bringing in the thickers that also match the Paige Evans collection to see if there were any peaches or purples in there that I wanted to pull in. And at this point I definitely could have brought in like a secondary title. Some of those purples would have worked really well still, but I decided to leave it as is. You can see the mixed media there. The photo corners that I created are very cute, and I think they add that, you know, that border that it really needed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. It came together rather quickly in my opinion, even though there was some mixed media. But if you did enjoy, be sure to give it a thumbs up and check out all the links down below if you guys are interested. I can't believe we're almost through February, but I hope you guys have been enjoying this kit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye guys!